Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia if you're new here. In today's video, we are going to be doing this makeup look using Huda's new Empowered collection. I did pick up the large eyeshadow palette and then also the Empowered lip kit. So let's go ahead and dive into those two. All right, first up, I want to go ahead and get the lip kit out of the way just because I figured this would be a lot quicker. This retails for $25, crazy good deal because you're getting a full-size matte lipstick in here, a deluxe mini lip liner, and a deluxe mini silk balm. So very good deal for $1 extra. You're getting these two items. And then you also get this cute little case that you could reuse and repurpose. Now the shades in here are what I have on my lips. I have on all three of these products and they go together really nicely, and I love that they are everyday shades. So lip liner, silk lip balm, and then you've got your matte lipstick here. The lipstick is in the shade Interview, which is a beautiful pinky brown, and then the contour lip liner is in pinky brown. Goes perfectly with the lipstick, of course. And then last up is the silk balm, which is in bold gold. And this feels so comfortable on the lips. All right, and next up is the eyeshadow palette. This is what the outer packaging looks like here. And this is what the actual palette looks like. This retails for $67. Now, brands are starting to go up with their prices across the board just because of inflation. I know Natasha Denona just raised her prices. But this is still $67, so fingers crossed it doesn't go up because I feel like $67 is kind of getting up there on the pricey range anyway. Having said that, you are getting 18 different shades in here. You've got browns, golds, neutrals, and then you're getting a variety of different textures as well. So you're getting this gel liner hybrid, you're getting mattes, metallics, and shimmers in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some swatches. First off, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the gel liner hybrids. And then I'm just gonna go across each row with the shadows. So here is the palette all swatched out. As you can tell, you've got some warmer tones, you've got cooler tones, you've got a mix of different formulas. This one right here, I'm not sure if I'm loving how that's swatched, but that was the shade right here, which is Manifested. And as you can tell in the center, it's got that clear gel formula. So when you mix this together, it's like the powder and the gel mix. Let's see if this swatches any better this time, because I think this could be a very interesting shade. Oh yeah, that swatched better. Oh my gosh, if they could do a palette with all shimmers like that, I would buy it because that is amazing. But as you can tell, definitely a bunch of different textures and finishes. And I just always think these palettes are so fun to play with and really bring out my inspiration. Let's go ahead and get into this look. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Empowered eyeshadow palette first. As you can tell, I've got nothing on my face. The only thing I have on is my MAC Painterly paint pot to prep my eyelids. And we are gonna go ahead and go into this gorgeous palette. Okay, so here is the color story here. Now, what I am thinking of using mainly is this Limitless shade here. To start off though, I'm gonna build up the crease with a few mattes. So the one I'm gonna go in with first is this Power shade. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a big fluffy brush. Now, Huda as a brand I love in general, but I really adore her larger palettes. I like her little 9 pans as well, but there is just something special about her larger palettes that she comes out with during the holiday season. I've gotten the last, I think 4 or 5 years, and all of them are amazing. Some of the best quality eyeshadows that I have in my collection. As you can tell, this matte just blends out like a dream. If you are my skin tone, close to my skin tone, this is a great crease color, even just all over the lid into the crease, would look very nice and polished with a little bit of brown eyeshadow smudged out on the lash line. That would look so pretty. All right, so I'm putting this shade down because I want to get a little bit of warmth going. Then I'm going to go in with another fluffy brush. This is actually the MAC 217. And with this one, I'm going to go into this shade over here, Get It, just to add a little bit more warmth. So I'm going to build this up in the crease as well, just a little bit lower than that first shade, Power. And this brush, because it is a little bit more of a tapered brush, you do have more control over it. And also because the bristles are more tightly packed, you get a little bit more intensity with the color impact as well. Okay, so those two shades blended beautifully together. Now I'm going to go on with like a little flat eyeshadow brush. This is actually from Lunar Beauty. This is the number 5 brush. And I'm actually going to go into this like gel hybrid shade here. So it is like a gel liner shadow. And that is exactly how I'm going to use it today. I'm going to use it as like a liner as well as an eyeshadow. All right, so I'm just going to dip my brush into there. And I want to build this up in the outer corner over here. And I'm also going to kind of smudge this along the lash line as well. These are not like the liners that are in the Patrick Ta palettes. The Patrick Ta ones are so much better. I guess I just didn't remember that about this eyeshadow palette. You could put this all over though, and that would be like a good like base type of a shade, I would think. And that may end up being what I do here. I think I'm just going to continue to pack this just all over the lid. We'll see how that does. All right, so now that that black shade, which is called Purpose, if I didn't mention before, I've got that all over the lid. This is kind of, you know, like I said, it's kind of like a tacky, it's starting to dry down a little bit, but it's still got a little bit of tackiness to it. So I think what I'm gonna do now is go in with this Limitless shade, and I'm gonna use my finger to apply that. And what this base should do is intensify it, which, oh my gosh. It definitely did. I think this shade would have been intense either way, but it looks like liquid gold or something on my lid right now. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with a tiny little fluffy crease brush, and I think I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is Confident. It's kind of like a plummy purple. It's like a dark purple, essentially. And I'm going to pack a little bit of this on this outer corner, and this is what I'm going to put through the crease as well. Then I'm going to go back in. I'm going to kind of mix those two shades that we used in the crease previously, and I'm just going to blend out the edge. So I'm using like windshield wiper motions, And then I'm using little tiny circular motions like right on the border as well. Right, and then I'm gonna take a little natural hair brush, and you see how I still have like all these little glitter flakes? I'm just gonna try to kind of flick some of these away with this coarse goat hair brush. And it's not really working, so I definitely still have some glitter up here. I wish that wasn't the case, but this is where we're at. So, all right, as you can tell, I've got a mess going on. I'm gonna take a little makeup remover wipe. I fold it in half so I've got like a nice thick kind of line, and I'll just clean up around the eye area. So that is going to be it for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead, catch up the other eye, and then I'll be right back for the lower lash line. All right guys, I'm back. This is what the eyes are looking like. Now I do want to mention, I did tight line and do my lower lash line. As you can see, that kind of like raspberry type of yumminess shade. That is the Kathleen Lights and Il Maquillage, one of the liners that came in that collection. This is the more purple one, obviously, but I did want to mention that. Now we're gonna go ahead and finish off the lower lash line. All right, so I'm gonna take a little pencil brush. This is from Lunar Beauty. This is the number 6 brush. And I'm gonna go back in with this Confident shade. And I am just going to buff this all on the lower lash line. And next up, I'm gonna go in with this like orange shade again called Get It. And on the edge of that purple, I'm gonna run this orange shade all along it. That way, it'll just kind of match what we have going on top. So as you can tell, I'm bringing this down pretty low actually. But I definitely want you to be able to see that orange peeking out from behind the purple. All right guys, so that is going to be it. I'm just gonna go into a highlighter to do an inner corner because I really don't see anything in this palette that I could use as an inner corner highlight. So that's really kind of the only downside I see with this palette so far. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other eye and we'll be right back. All right guys, next up is the lip kit, and this retails for $25. I really thought that this was such a good deal because you get a full-size lipstick in here, and her full-size lipsticks retail for $24 each. So for $1 more, you are getting a lip liner as well as a lip gloss. Of course, those are mini sizes, but those will still last you for a really long time. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips first. So this would be a great everyday lip liner for me because it is about the same exact color as my lips. So I really like this. Next off, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the lipstick in the shade Interview. It's a matte lipstick, but it feels very smooth. It feels kind of like the MAC mattes, if you're familiar with those. Not the retro matte, but MAC's regular just matte formula. Now for the finishing touch, I'm going to add on the gloss. All right, and then you see how the lipstick got on here? Basically, I'm just going to take the towel I was using while I got ready, and I'm going to kind of grip that doe foot, and all I do is wipe that off. Okay? So it's a little bit stained, but there's nothing on here, and then that way it kind of doesn't contaminate the gloss or change the color or the consistency or anything like that. But this feels really good, super smooth, hydrated, And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup and we'll be back for the final thoughts. All right guys, so this is the completed makeup look. Let's talk about this collection. First off, I wanna go ahead and start with the lip kit. I think this is such a good value. It's, like I said, it's $25. You get this little case as well, which you can pop this out and you could store something in here, even like Q-tips or something like that. I think that would be really cute, you know, up on your counter. But anyway, just an idea there. But you are getting a full-size matte lipstick, a lip liner, as well as a silk balm, which feels, like I said, amazing. What I like about this kit is that it is an everyday shade, so I feel like this is an actual holiday kit you could get a ton of use out of because it's a shade you're going to wear every day, not just like at a holiday or a party or something like that. So I think it's a great value. Like I said, just the lipstick retails for $24 and the whole kit is $25. Next up is the Empowered palette. I love the names of these shades. The packaging honestly is not my favorite compared to some of the other ones that she has done previously, but her $67 eyeshadow palettes are always amazing. These two gel like hybrid shades, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't pigmented enough to be an eyeshadow or an eyeliner, honestly. I think it worked really good as a base and it really locked on and grabbed this eyeshadow that I used, which is honestly, it was like called Gold Metallic Flakes is how this was described. So I was a little worried about it. Now I do have a tiny bit of fallout, nothing too bad though. Let me see, now that I've had it on for a little while, I've got a few tiny little specks. Nothing really that anyone would even notice probably. So I do like that as a base, but that's kind of the only way I see using those shades. But everything else in this palette is very like everyday. I love this taupey silver shade. I love this like warm kind of like a rose gold brown type of shade as well. I love that you have some cooler tone mattes in here. I love the addition of the purple with the gold. I think that is beautiful, and you know, that's kind of what we have going on here, kind of gold, purple, and then like an orange. All of those shades go together so nicely. This palette was really put together well. So it'll just be up to you. The quality is definitely there, but it's just up to you, you know, if those are colors you're interested in. And I do want to mention as well, just the diversity in the finishes that you're getting in this palette. You're getting a ton of different finishes and like textures to play with. I think it always just makes it a little bit more fun. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this makeup look. Let me know if you would like me to do any more. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.